Here, this is our show. This is the Trust Radio Network, where we introduce you to trusted professionals, people you can trust when you're making important decisions. And I'm here with our co-host, our producer Jim Leahy, our realtor. Our technical producer is Deborah Schreiner. She's here this week with us. And our very special guest today is Milan Filipovic. And he helps people with their license. And so we were talking before, in between segments here, some of the best stuff is
the
in
highlights.
Between segments. And you could find those at watchtalkradio.com.
And I thought that was interesting what Milan mentioned on the first segment, that he drives a lot throughout the year, and he's helping people from Rockford to Champaign. So throughout Illinois, Milan can help you.
That's right. And he's talking about driving all those miles. And talking about driving all those miles, you got to have a license.
Correct.
Right? And here in Illinois, I hear this all the time. It's a privilege to have a license. You don't have a right to have a license. We have a right for. They tell us we have a right to medical care and a home and all, but not a license. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about that, about the restrictions on license.
You're absolutely correct. It is a privilege legally. We all know without a driver's license in America, good luck with you making any money. Mm-hmm. It's going to most likely destroy your job opportunities, relationships, and so forth.
Yeah,
so
how
on.
many serious jobs out there where they need your driver's license?
How you got to get there?
I think everything. So going back to the stops, again, if you make the unfortunate decision or if it's an emergency and you do get pulled over and you're intoxicated, we're not encouraging it. But if you get to that point, be cooperative, but speak very minimal. And then once you're arrested, ask for your attorney, and after which hire somebody competent. You file a petition to rescind. Mm-hmm. And what that really is, you go to court. It's an administrative hearing by a judge, and you challenge the validity of the stop. The police have to follow procedures. If they don't do that, if they don't give you a warning, what's going to happen when they arrest you, for example, if you don't submit to the chemical testing, what the consequences are. If they don't provide that proper warning to you, it's called a warning to motorists. That's one grounds to attack your suspension.
Is that something you do in every case?
Every single case. I do the exact same thing. Some attorneys don't. If they think that you're, I hate to say it, beyond guilty. I don't know what that even means, but I've heard it before. They won't do that. For me, every case is the same. I filed a petition to rescind. After my appearance, the second thing I file is that. So at that hearing, they have to prove probable cause. They had a reason to arrest you, reason to stop you. There's a video. They show that. And that's why when the video is rolling, just look, I'm not cooperating. Sorry, but, I made a mistake, but I'm not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
With these videos now, they have these deep fake videos where they're altered. Have you seen this? Where
Yes.
these people are altering and making you say things that you really haven't said.
Well, but I know people who have used the video.
I'm not saying they're
no
law enforcement's doing that.
I have seen people who.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Using the videos.
Dude, I saw you get tensed up. I was like,
But people have used the videos to clear themselves because the judge can look at the video and say, he doesn't seem impaired to me.
Well, exactly. And then that's the whole point. The petition to rescind the suspension, we play the video. And going back to the original stop, unfortunately, again, if you make that terrible call to drive and you're impaired, again, you don't have to self-incriminate. And, you can be polite, but don't cooperate. Take your day in court, file the petition to rescind. They have to prove that you were, in fact, guilty of doing that. Now, on the petition to rescind, it's our burden. So the less evidence they have against you, again, it works in your own favor.
mm-hmm.
So they play the video, and there's different ways to attack it. Lack of probable cause to arrest, meaning they have no reason to think you're drunk, or if they didn't warn you properly what's going to happen if you don't do the test or if you do the test. I've won it both ways. But that's got to be filed immediately. So.
Mm-hmm. And that's stuff that people don't know. And
Right.
you're not going to know that unless if you contact an attorney. And too many people are doing it, and it's how many people do you have where they hear about this file petition all of a sudden?
Many of them.
All of a sudden it's like day 89 and you're
right.
like,
And now we're scrambling, and that results in losing driver's licenses. And I also do that too. We're talking in the break that I do administrative hearings. When your license gets revoked, you have to apply for what's called a formal hearing with the Secretary of State. I do those also. Nothing gives me more pleasure to get a license back.
I wish we had a little bit more time of this because this is so important when people get their license revoked. Here in Illinois, it's so hard to get it back.
I would say probably the hardest in the entire nation, guys, honestly.
So yeah, because you don't just file something and they're going to hand it back to you. It's a battle.
You got to jump through hoops. You got to get treatment. They usually give you a preliminary one. They never give you. I think 90% of the times I tried. The first time they give you, they put a device in your car, and after 1 year of behaving, they'll give you your full driver's license back. Well, that's probably 2 years of your time.
But how much does that device cost?
There are costs involved between $50 to $100 a month. So be careful. You get pulled over and arrested for DUI, call a competent attorney, hopefully me, but if not me, somebody else, and then file your petition to rescind.
I say the same thing with the IRS.
Get it done.
If you don't hire me, hire somebody. Get some help.
Steve, what we have in common, is that they usually call us when it's too late.
It's too late.
So
yeah, it's true.
But it's true.
So be proactive.
That's
it's so important.
Let's get your phone number and where we can follow you on Facebook.
1-800-BEAT-DUI. It's toll free, obviously. Milan M. Filipovic on Facebook.
And that's right. You could follow him, Milan Filipovic.
I'm going to say that right from now on, too.
You can follow him on our Trust Radio
I've been
network.
called Mulan, too, after that movie. But that's obviously not proper. I'm no Mulan.
You can follow, you can go to the Trust Radio Network Facebook page at Trust Radio Network. Follow it, and you can see all of our trust professionals, such as Milan. Remember,
Thank you.
Opem Tax Resolution is there for you. 312-664-6649. And visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your hub to fight the IRS. We're going to talk a little bit after the commercial break to wrap the show up about how to get your license back in Illinois. So stay tuned here on AM560.
The Answer.